That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll give it here to his running back. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Cardinals. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And a short gain down to about the 33. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. That's how they envisioned to get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say, when you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
At the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Now, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A very short field to work with now. 1st and goal after the great punt return. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Down at the 4-yard line.
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Their own 25-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple.
2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Complete to number 7.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 42-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones.
First down, Saints.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Saints nothing.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
And Lutz's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
The kickoff for New Orleans.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. As they run the counter play. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
Second and 11 now. Now a handoff looking right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Number 29.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11.
Now they try the right side here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. The Saints get to him behind the line again. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. The Cardinals on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 11. Now a handoff looking right. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So they went a little cautious there on 3rd and long.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Remember, they're playing with a lead right now. So getting a first down, yes, that would be great. But even more importantly, take care of the football. No turnovers, no big plays for the other team, and keep the clock moving.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do give 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 11 yards there, just like last play. They'll bring out 4 receivers. 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 4. The throw over the middle taken in. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 27 yards there, a first down.
7 on the play. And the Saints first down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Touchdown.
Alvin Kamara, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have cut it back within a score.
Is good.
Lutz with the extra point, and that slices the lead down to 17-10. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And that was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
On 3rd down, they'll try and pick it up with a counter. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now. Back deep, J.J. Nelson. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Back to throw now in his own end zone. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Brings up 4th down.
Here comes the Saints punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. Look at the spin.
Balance.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We have not seen much on offense from either side these last few drives. It has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense.
It got his man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The second quarter starts off with a bang as they snag over 30 yards. And he's got room. 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
At their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. $13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Now they try the right side here. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. And the Saints signal for another timeout. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over him.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Well, a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special
pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
In trouble, and he's taken down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to kick it away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now, what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 39-yard line.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
10-10.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown, and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first. But he appears to be a few inches short.
At the 21-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down.
A gain of 15. And the Saints first down.
is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 34 yards there and a first down.
That looked like a two-deep coverage, which we call cover two. And what that really means is you have corners, what we call rolled up in about a 5-yard area on the outside receivers. Then your safeties are back closer to the hash marks near the middle of the field, somewhere around 10 to 12 yards back. So if you can break through the first level, you've got a chance to run before you encounter any type of resistance from the safeties.
We saw the example of it right there. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They'll run it with Kamara, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now a pause here after the play because, as you can see, slow to get up is Alvin Kamara. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They run the counter now on 1st down. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
The 30-yard line.
Second and long. He's going to wind up and air it out. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
Number 37.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts.
26.
It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
It's 3rd down.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now a handoff looking right. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Brought down.
And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. And Lutz puts this one through.
Is good.
And that will double their lead as it's up to 6.
23.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Switch it, come on, switch it.
And to give this time to the tailback. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
And that one? Oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
They spins free, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long and sign off from the desert.